What's going on, fellow fish tank fanatics? I thought I would bring you all a video about how I have taken this drain plug with the fitting I made and converted it over to a garden hose adapter, so I can use a garden hose to drain, do water changes through my filter, and empty my filter so I can clean it. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you have vinyl tubing that looks like this. It's just gross and nasty. This takes a lot of space to store, and it's gross. I use garden hoses to fill up my tanks, so I thought I needed to use a garden hose to empty my tanks, so that way I can get rid of all my vinyl tubing and just use garden hoses. I can have two garden hoses, one for fill, one for empty, and that means all of my odd size tubing like this can go in the trash can. So that's what today's video is about. Stay tuned and we'll get into it. Alright, here's that fitting I was telling you about. This is the conversion from the drain plug on a Fluval FX5, FX6 to a garden hose. And how it works is this vinyl tubing, which this is a 5/8 inch ID, which is your inner diameter, with a 5/8 inch to a 1/2 inch threaded, and this is a 1/2 inch female to a garden hose adapter female. So all the parts that I used for this, they're going to be in the description. You might be able to find them cheaper. I'm just posting them up so that way you all can see what they look like and about what the prices run. The 10-pack of these is $3 to $4, and one of these is like $1.75, $1.50, $1.75, depending on where you get it. But like I said, guys, the links will be in the description. You can find them in different places if that's what you choose. So I already had the vinyl tubing because that's what I was using to drain. So I just cut 2 to 3 inches off of it. I put this plug on, which here is the part numbers, and this is for a 10-pack of them. Hopefully you all can read it. Like I said, it'll be in the description, and the link, a link of where you can buy them will be in the description. I have no affiliation to anything, so by all means shop around. If you don't like the link I put, it doesn't matter to me. But this is what they look like. They're literally just little nylon plugs. So you'll need those, just one. You'll need the garden hose fitting, just one. So not much. You'll need Teflon tape or pipe dope, whichever you choose. I prefer Teflon tape today just because I didn't feel like getting messy, and I used a plumber's wrench just because I physically couldn't turn this. I had to have a little bit better of a grip. Now, options you can do, you can get quick disconnects for garden hoses and use these. I use quick disconnects on all of my fill up methods through my carbon filter. That's how I fill up my fish tanks. I use a big old carbon filter, but this you can put on here, and then you can connect, disconnect, whatever you need to quickly and easily. If you're using the same hose to fill and empty a tank, that might be a better option than just screwing into this. So honestly, it's completely flexible, and you can do whatever you choose with it. But I found these to be very effective, and it's worked very, very well for what I need it to. And now I can drain my 2 tanks that I run FX5s on. This also works for FX6s as well. I can drain those straight outside I can either drain them to the watering pit, which the watering pit is where we store all of our used water that we use to water the garden in the summer months, or I can just drain it straight outside, like my brackish water specifically. I just drain that straight down the sewer pipe. It's not good for watering anything. So, but yeah, that's it. All you'll need to do is cut this, slip this on. You can probably put a pipe clamp or something on here if you want to, but that's a tight fitting. I haven't had issues, so I haven't done it. Put the Teflon tape on the thread in here, and then screw it in, and then you're good to go. So that's all it is, guys. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it works for you and makes draining longer distances, things like that, a lot easier. Now, if you're worried about buying a 10-pack of these fittings, I use these. You can see this was my 10-pack, and I'm down to 4 left in here. I use these for my CO2, inline CO2 reactors and inline DIY inline heaters on my tanks. I put my Eheims, I hook them up to my canister filter underneath to get them out of tanks. So you can use them for other things. If not, just keep them around. Maybe you'll use them for something else or build something crazy that you haven't thought of yet. So there you go, guys. There's the fitting. For $5 you should be able to build this, and that includes a 10-pack of those. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe, and we'll make a new video as soon as I can.